this woman in New York finds an entire apartment hidden behind her bathroom fucking mirror. There's another person living in your wall after you're probably paying $5,000 for a 500 square feet apartment in New York.
Only in New York this happens.
We're not doing this.
How are you doing?
Welcome all. You can all sit with us. Welcome to another episode of Talk Fast, Listen Slow. How are you, Kat?
I'm doing good.
Oh, we're going to do
Remember
this
we
again.
did that? Yeah. I'm doing good, you know. I'm excited. My birthday's coming up. And
Yay!
I never celebrate.
How come?
I don't know.
It stresses me out. Birthdays?
Kind of, yes.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Mhm.
But
I feel like everyone has all these expectations. And you're like, wait, why am I planning shit? It's my birthday.
exactly.
That stresses me out. I will not do that next year. I will do nothing.
What did you do this year? I know you got a lot of flowers.
I
We
had
talked
so many
about
flowers,
that.
which was lovely. But we went to dinner at one of my favorite restaurants in downtown,
Mhm.
Manuela.
All right.
It's so good.
All right.
We have to go together. It's inside of a gallery, so it's fantastic.
Oh, nice.
But so now with the whole COVID thing,
Mhm.
6 people is a max that they will do
Per table.
per table.
Right.
But I'm Latina, so fucking 8 people show up.
Of course.
But I don't say anything because I was like, yo, if I call the restaurant, they're
No.
gonna be like,
They'll
absolutely
say
not,
no, yes.
blah, blah. So then I'm doing this whole kind of like let things happen as they will these days. So I was like, let them all show up.
That's very Pisces.
But I'm embracing my Pisces because before
Absolutely.
I used to be so stressed out about it. I'm like, what are people going to do? What's happening? Now I'm just like, you know what? Whoever comes. Everyone showed
Yes.
up. So they ended up putting us on a table next to us and it was fantastic. It was fine.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
What are you doing for your birthday?
I actually have a shoot that day.
Ooh.
It just happened to be fall en el día de mi cumpleaños.
Mhm.
So I guess that's how I'm going to be celebrating me.
And that's your
Right?
favorite way of celebrating you, creating work.
Creating. Yeah. Being creative. So yeah, it's going to be fun. And then probably on the weekend, I might just go and get like a massage or something like
Pampered.
that.
Yeah.
I love that.
I feel like making you celebrate with like 10 people would be actually prison for you. That's not a way of
Girl.
celebrating.
Girl, listen, I don't even wear watches
Mhm,
because I feel that
claustrophobic.
I feel like it's tying me, like it's holding me. It's like, let me go.
Yeah, yeah,
So imagine being,
No.
I mean,
So celebrating by yourself, it's fun for you.
yes. But I am going to be with an amazing, creative team
Yes.
that day. And it's
course.
people that I love. And so we're going to be making, fun stuff
I
together. So it should be
Love
fun.
it. Awesome. Okay, so today's show, we're going to talk about one of your favorite subjects. Babies.
Yes.
Babies.
I do love other people's babies.
Here you go.
You see how we were saying that we complete each other's and we're one brain?
Oh, just, 2 hearts, 1 brain. Okay, so let's talk about this because I think we are at that age
Mhm.
where it's like a pivotal decision and you have to make it very fast because we're in our 30s-ish.
I already made that decision.
This is true. You're
long
not
time ago.
there's nothing you're pondering.
Nope.
This has been decided. How do you feel about children? Like, because underneath one of our friends' comments the other day,
Yeah.
she posted something to the extent of, do you believe a woman is complete? Like, what makes a woman complete? And people started saying, well, you have no babies. You're not complete.
Right.
Do we need children to be complete women?
Absolutely not. Like, that's being motherhood. It's something that we are designed for it, yes, but that's a personal choice.
Mhm.
And I choose not to be a mother. I love children.
Mhm.
I think it's beautiful to see people that have family that have kids. It's a beautiful role to assume in your life, to
Mhm.
mother someone, to give life to a child and mother
Yes.
them and criarlos and see them grow and educarlos.
Right.
But not everyone is suited for that. There are so many people
That really should
that
not have
shouldn't be parents and they have kids.
five
And
or
who
6.
pay the consequences? The kids.
Yeah, trauma, high trauma.
So no, we're not having a child doesn't make me more complete, more of a woman or less of a woman. I don't agree with that.
It's such an archaic way of thinking as women as a sex that was just made to procreate, right? It's like, well, you came here to bear your seeds. If you didn't, then you're not a complete woman. It's such an archaic, narcissistic male situation way of seeing it. Because
Right.
you never ask a man, oh, you're in your 30s. When are you going to have kids? So it's like never a conversation, guys, here. And for us, it's almost like, oh, you're in your 30s? Why haven't you hurried up? Did you freeze your fucking eggs? That's another thing. If someone asks me if I freeze my eggs one more fucking time, I'm going to go crazy. So the whole egg freezing situation seems to be like a hot topic. I feel like I cannot have a mimosa with anyone these days. There's like, did you freeze your eggs?
No, here's the thing. I've seen, and I'm sure you've known people, I've known people that have gone through the freezing the eggs and, the fertilization process and all
it's a
that.
whole process.
It's very taxing. And speaking of our same friend that also made the post, she's tried.
Yes.
And I've lived through it. And it's not easy. They put so much pressure on us women. It takes two to tango. Guess what? What about if we take into consideration the men's sperm and the quality of the sperm, right?
It's not good.
And birth control for men. What we were talking about the other day, and one of our friends also posted, and this is a post that kind of like was going around.
It was like an Instagram thing.
Right? So if we think about how many times a woman can become pregnant, right? How many women can one man impregnate?
All of them.
Each time he ejaculates, right?
All of them. All of them. Why do we only worry about my one egg? My 3 lazy eggs that I have these days. Why? Okay? I have 3 lazy eggs. Why am I the center of conversation about this? When this motherfudger can go to the Yankee Stadium in like literally a whole row.
And why should you be the one also taking the hormones to protect yourself to not become pregnant?
I'm already moody.
Or to become pregnant.
Yeah.
It's very taxing on our bodies.
Well, it goes back to the understanding that women are responsible for making things go. You are the one responsible. Whether it works, whether it doesn't work, it's all you. Whenever there's a fertility issue in a couple, who is the first person that goes to the doctor?
The woman. Well,
every time.
Let me tell you.
Every time.
When our friend was going through that, and she said, Kat, it just looks like I can't become pregnant. Like I can't hold.
Yes.
I can't carry it.
Yeah.
I told her, are you sure
it's you?
It's you and it's not him? Because I'm seeing that you guys are putting so much attention to you. And you're doing these whole treatments and processes. And I'm not hearing
injecting you. Because the process is also like horrible. They inject you with all these things for a prolonged month, a few months in the situation. So then they can take out these eggs that are now fertile and then freeze them. And then you do in vitro. Like there's so many steps to this. And it's all woman. It's all the woman.
So they hadn't checked him. But
of course they didn't.
But she replied to me very confidently, no, his sperm is okay.
Of course.
His sperm is okay. And I said, actually, I don't think so. How old is he? He was in his
40s.
Late 40s. Sperm's already rotten. I hate to tell you. I hate to break it to you.
Oh, shit. It's like expired eggs in the back of the fridge.
Absolutely. And the older the men get, same as women, if they're going to impregnate a woman, the child can be born with multiple health problems, right? So it's not just the woman. The sperm is rotten.
It doesn't work out. No,
it's very risky.
I'm just over it. I'm over the whole because here's another thing. Let's say that I want to have kids later in life, and I do, and I still want to have children. So let's see how that works out. I will not freeze my eggs. I think it's such an investment for very little ROI, so to speak. It's such a gamble. Yes, I'm going to go spend $30,000 so you can shoot me up, make me moody for a month and a half, extract these 3 lazy eggs that I have left, freeze them. In the case that I do find a suitable partner, it's a whole other conversation. Then we decide to unfreeze those things and then do an in vitro, which is another thing. You don't know if it's going to take once you do in vitro. It just seems like so much work for what?
And so much money too.
So much money, so much work for no guarantee. At this point, and I do want to have kids, I'm going to leave it up to faith. I'm going to leave it hey, listen, in the next 3 to 4 years. If it happens, it happens. And if it doesn't, I'm still a complete woman. It doesn't take a limb out of me.
Right. So now, would you consider adopting?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, great.
I have this beautiful story, which I think, back to what we talked about in the last show, like premonitions and all that kind of stuff. I do a lot of volunteering with this orphanage in Mexico. We were having this this fundraiser here, and it was just kids everywhere of the organizers. And kids always gravitates towards me. I keep saying that I'm like a clown to them. They love me. So she's like running to me, these like 3 little girls, and they must have been 5 years old. And one of them asked me, "Hey, do you have any kids?" And I say, "No, I don't have any children." She looks at me straight in the eye. She's a 5-year-old. And she goes, "That's okay. You can always adopt." I had to go to the bathroom and compose myself, because a 5-year-old telling me this makes no sense, except that the universe was like,
absolutely,
ease down. Sit down, Susan. Like, things are going to be okay.
God was talking
through her. Absolutely.
100%.
So yes, I do believe in adoption. I do believe that in the times that we live in these days, there's no reason why we should be attached to this one way of being a mother. You can be a mother in many ways. I am a mother in many ways to the friends. You're a mother in many ways. Like with me, you mother me all the time. So like there's different ways of providing your your motherhood. It's not just, I pushed a child out of my seam, so to speak.
Yeah. I agree 100%. I think that mentality that if you don't have a child, you're not complete, or if you're not married. At this point, no one asks me anymore in my family.
They gave up.
They know better.
And that's a cultural thing too. I feel like it's a lot more cultural for us.
Listen, a long time ago, so here's the story. A long time ago, my mom started saying, "I want you to have a kid. I want you to have a kid. I want you to have a kid. I want you."
Ah, coño.
And I was like, "Mom, stop." Hasta se atrevió a decirme, like, "I'll carry the baby for you."
What?
Like, if you...
Yeah. Oh, hell no.
If you, because I think maybe she was thinking that maybe I didn't want to get fat. Yeah, I don't want to gain weight. I don't. It's like,
wait, does she want to carry my baby? That's good. I'll do it.
Well, first of all, there's no way I'm gonna have my mom go through that. She already has, health.
No
conditions.
She already had you guys. She's done.
Like, let's leave this woman alone. I said, so I had to sit her down and say, "Stop it. I don't want kids. You already have los nietos. You have your grandchildren from my brothers. That's more than enough.
You're welcome.
I'm not having any kids."
But I think it's also, again, very cultural for us, because from an early age, I've been asked, "When are you going to have kids?" I mean, I wasn't even finished forming, and you're like, what are you talking about? And I think that stays with you to a certain extent. It stays with you culturally, where you're like, in your mind, if you do not bear a child, maybe you're not the full expression of a woman.
Yeah, what's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
Tú no te has casado todavía. ¿Qué te pasa? ¿Tú no jamona? Yeah, like in the Dominican Republic, everyone, it's almost like all the girls' dreams is like, by the time you're 21, you have this dream wedding, and you're married to fulano de tal, or el hijo de fulano de tal. It's like
someone's son. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's like so limiting. I can't.
Let's go back to that, because it's
me da náusea.
I know, right?
Oh my
cat is like, run away. But I think it goes back that indoctrination, because it is an indoctrination of women, of like, oh, you're pregnant? It's never like, oh, he got you pregnant. It's like, oh, you're pregnant. We never look at that, dude. Bitch, I have one chromosome. You give me the other one.
Exactly.
Like, I'm so tired of this bullshit. It's also like, why don't you wear a condom? You could have done that. Why are you asking me if I'm on the pill?
Exactly.
What have you done for your life?
Exactly.
I am
100%.
Next time some dude is like, oh, I don't have a condom, I'm going to be like, oh, great. I just want to be a mother. I want to have twins. Let's go. Let's go.
So going back to that birth control.
Yes.
The birth control industry.
The indoctrination of women into birth control.
Yes. But the industry, because that's a whole other industry.
Yes.
It's very focused on women
only.
Under both birth control.
Yes.
But what about men?
Tell me. They're the ones that need to be controlled. These are the wild pigs that need to be controlled, not us. We have one egg.
And actually, there is a procedure that men can do that it's reversible.
There you go.
Where it can sterilize them momentarily.
Yeah.
So why don't they do that?
Because it's inconvenient. They're not going to spend an afternoon at a doctor's office when they're watching football. What are you talking about, Catherine?
Well, I'll tell you why also. Probably doesn't make that much money.
It doesn't, because it's male focused. Exactly. It's male focused. Anytime that you will inconvenience men, it will not work. For us, though, What do? We go to the doctor, we have to go get our pills, and we have to go get it redone, or the cup, or there's so many things that are created for women. Yet for men, what do we make? Condoms. That's it.
But even if that, then, you don't want to spread your seeds, wear a condom. Or don't fuck anyone.
Who are you talking to? Because they're all tuned out.
That's
all
not
the
happening.
Men tuned out. They're all they're gone at this point.
That's not happening.
It's not happening. But that's also not realistic. So I think the reality here is that it takes two to tango. Going back to what you said before, it should not just be a woman's problem.
Absolutely.
Pregnancy is not a woman's. Shame of the pregnancy should not be a woman's problem, and it always is.
Yes.
Baby Jesus was a man. I don't care what anyone God was. No, okay, it was a man, because why do we are the ones that have to carry all the guilt, all the pain, all the everything?
So
I'm over it.
Yeah. It's a long conversation, but
it's a long conversation. I basically think we should just castrate all men. And then this is it. This is the end of the conversation.
No, we shouldn't castrate all men because you want to have kids. And so
that's true. And I want to have
sex.
We
need them.
And I want to have sex. So let's not castrate
exactly.
men. I retract my statement. I'm sorry.
Good.
Okay.
But it's definitely an education thing.
I think it's an education. I think it's an empowerment thing as well. I think once we empower women, once we empower little girls to understand that their body is it's their option. Mm-hmm. They don't need to suffer. Birth control, please research it because when I was a teenager, they start just giving you this stuff.
Yes.
The doctors just start giving you do you want it? You say yes because you don't know what you're getting yourself into. Read all the horrible things that are happening in your body. And by the way, I stopped birth control, I want to say 3-4 years ago. Good. Because my doctor was like, do you ever want to become pregnant? I was like, yeah, at some point. She goes, you better stop that.
Yes.
Because that, it with the years and years and years,
yes.
it just built in your body.
Yep. 100%.
Do you guys think that this goes back to a lot of these things are put in place by men?
Of course, always.
It's the man's going to work, the woman's going to stay home and cook and clean and do all this stuff. The man's going to get her pregnant, but it's her responsibility to even moving out here to LA, like my wife, we both grew up in the Midwest. So that's the kind of mentality we grew up in. Mm-hmm. But she is very much right now in a place where she's 35, about to be 35. And she's very much about her, I'm kind of taking a step back and I'm being the stay-at-home dad right now. I work, I do film, I do all kind of stuff. Yeah. But I want her to figure out what she wants to do, who she is. I got a vasectomy because I didn't want her to have to go through.
Wow.
Michael, okay. We're going to do a seminar.
To,
Michael's just going to teach all men how to
I'm not trying to do the pat on the back thing, but I'm very much I think women should be paid just as much as men.
Yes.
I'm just very confused at the core issue of why men think they should have it easier or make more money or like even in school, just wear a condom. But you, young lady, you need to take birth control. It's I'm very confused.
Birth control and abstain, it's all on the woman. It's all the woman.
I don't understand any of that.
It's indoctrination.
Right. Exactly.
It goes back to the fact that women have always taken a second seat, a second fiddle to men. And that's just still the reality. And we have it good. The United States, we have it the best probably in other places in the world. And I think
religion also has a lot to do with that.
Shame. Yeah.
For sure.
But it's one of those things that you also have to understand back to Kat. It's all an industry too. So there's a lot of layers, right? Yes, the indoctrination. Yes, the fact that women have played second fiddle to men. We didn't start voting until the 1950s. When we really think about it, this is not a new world, not so new.
Sure.
We're just kind of navigating this whole a woman.
Yes.
In the 80s when we actually started working full time, the timeline is pretty short when you think about the advancements women have made. And the way that we get paid 75 cents on the dollar. And if you're a Latina, you get paid 25 cents on the dollar. There's a lot of issues. And the pink tax. Let's talk about the pink tax, right? Because not only do we pay less, but when we have our periods, we pay taxes for a necessity.
But clearly all of this was set up to benefit the man. And just, if it inconveniences the women, that's
We're not going to inconvenience men. Kat was talking about this surgery that's a very minimal surgery. They basically just realign your, the duct that goes into your sperm, and then it's folded over instead of cut. And you can come back and you can readdress it really easily when you do want to have kids. Why don't we do that? It's easy. It takes 20 minutes to do, but it's going to inconvenience men. They're not going to go have their sandwich in time. But we have to go do pap smears every year. There's so much involved with being a woman, with being a healthy woman.
Sure.
Yes.
It's overwhelming. You want to know why I'm moody? I just paid $5 for goddamn tampons that I don't want to pay for.
Yeah.
There's just layers upon layers upon layers.
Yes, but definitely we've been talking about, to end period poverty for some years now. That's something that hopefully will happen soon in the United States, that will follow the footsteps of New Zealand.
Yes.
But I think that the tax was eliminated on one of the states.
Not here. I'm still paying
No,
taxes
definitely not California.
But all those things, the fact that we're even talking about all this stuff, it's maddening that we're even having this conversation. It shouldn't be.
So, it's more states move to end tampon tax that's seen as discriminating against women. So I guess we still haven't.
36 states still apply the sales tax to female products.
There you go. Yes.
Yep. But it's also like I was seeing this video where they would go to Target and they would show like the razors, even just simple things like the pink razors are like $2 more than the male razors. Little things like that where you're like, oh, we're getting paid less, and then you still want me to pay half for dinner? Hell no, I'm not paying half for dinner when we go out. Hello, and men want to go vote on our reproductive rights? Are you fucking like, it's just a rollover that never ends. Yep. Like the fact that we even have to tell people that we have a right to be women, to have free radical ideas, it's maddening that this conversation even is taking place. I'm over everyone.
And it really upsets men too. Like I have guy friends who, oh my gosh, like
who are these men? I don't know them.
But like all these things that come on bills, about women's rights and all that, they look at it as an infringement on their right as a man.
Yes.
It's like, dude, no, like it needs to be equal.
It's my body.
Yeah, it's their.
How is you not choosing over my body an infringement on your right? Like, I'm not saying don't get circumcised. When did the guy ask me if I wanted him to be circumcised? How come we don't go there? Huh? My point is, this man, it's seen something so simple as like you cannot get your dick up. It seemed as an essential.
Yes. Man's dick needs to be erect.
But us, I mean, it's just like it's utterly ridiculous that this is even a discussion. That basic rights for women are seen
a necessity.
It's a necessity. But they're seeing it as like a luxury. Like no, this is a luxury.
I fucking bleed every single month, not because I want to.
This is my point. So my only point.
Yes, I need period products, not by choice.
No. Also, like Midol, all the other things that we need to take to deal with life during that week. Why is it $8 like everything?
Don't even.
Why am I paying $10 for razors and men are paying $1.99 for their goddamn just because it's blue?
Anyway, and on that note,
because I'm tired of everyone, I'm goddamn done with everyone. Why can't I be a lesbian?
Oh, they'll probably, if you say that, they'll probably say, oh, she's on her period, probably, right?
Yeah, and paying taxes about it. So leave me alone.
Paying a lot of taxes.
Get off my dick.
On the period products.
Get off my dick. Anyway,
so should we do the headlines?
We should do the headlines because I want to laugh a little bit, and I think you guys do too.
Here's a great one. A woman reviews a swimsuit at 10 out of 10 after surviving a shark attack. So let's see.
Jaws. So, okay, what's happening?
It's probably a one-piece suit because she came out in one piece from the shark attack.
Okay.
So like the material's really good or something like that?
Was that the review? Was she reviewing that?
She reviewed the swimsuit.
Because it was like, it made her attractive to sharks? I need clarification on this.
No, the review literally
made her delicious.
The review literally was that the quality of the swimsuit is really good because she survived the shark attack.
In one piece. Intact.
Wearing a one piece.
Wearing one. Does she have her or her limbs? We don't know. It doesn't matter.
I saw some of them, so I didn't see the full picture.
Got it.
But it was a one-piece suit.
I have a lot of questions. First of all, does it like llegó el tiburón? Is it like the whole was it like a Dominican?
Se la llevó el tiburón.
Hey! I mean, I just have so many questions. This is like pretty fascinating because in DR you'd be like, el tiburón se la llevó. That'd be like some dude in the street, right?
Right.
But this is not some dude in the street. This is an actual
shark. An actual shark.
Okay.
She survived an actual. For her review went viral. So I hope she's getting a commission from that swimsuit company.
She better not pay tax on it. I love it. I think that's fucking brilliant. She's my kind of woman. On that note, another badass. This woman in New York finds an entire apartment hidden behind her bathroom fucking mirror. There's another person living in your wall after you're probably paying $5,000 for a 400 square feet apartment in New York. Oh, hell no.
Only in New York this happens.
We're not doing this.
No, we're not.
This is not happening.
Well, we don't know if there's someone else living there. I mean, for all we know, if she's paying $5,000, she got a whole extra apartment for herself.
Yeah, but some dude is just squatting there. Like, we're not. No.
We don't know.
But it said that a woman finds an entire apartment hidden in her mirror.
No, it was empty.
Oh. Well, then.
Was it an apartment or like a cubby space?
No, it was an actual apartment.
Okay, but like, leave the joke. I feel like it's funnier when I'm like some dude squatting and I'm paying all the bills.
No, because you know the parties that you can have there?
No, I'm just thinking my ex-boyfriend. This is just giving me back when I used to pay the whole amount for some dude to live with me and eat my groceries. Okay, this is just bringing me back.
Okay, hold on. Let's talk about that.
No, we're not going to talk about that.
What happened?
Sagittarius. I'm kidding. Not a Sagittarius.
Was he a Cancer?
He was probably a Cancer and a Cancer. He was a Cancer and a Cancer because I was paying all the bills and he was living on the other side of my mirror.
Oh, he's definitely a Cancer.
Living on the other side of my mirror, like always, not letting me shine.
Definitely a Cancer.
So that's all for this show. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and turn on the notification button.
And please, please, please review us on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify. It makes it so that other people can also see our awesome content. We love you.